Today's one of those days. God morgon! Klockan är 07:35 och det är dags för Q&A. We are entering that time of the year where your energy level is going down, and at the same time, everything is getting darker and everything around us dies. Sweden in a nutshell. Usually when I do these Q&As, I post on my Instagram or on YouTube community, but now I've also started to use Twitter, so if you don't follow me there, head over there and ask me some questions. Would you ever get into FPV? I do have an FPV drone and I have flown. Can't say that I'm a huge fan of the look of an FPV drone. I think it looks kind of weird. It definitely has a place, but for the majority, I just stick to my regular drone. How do you manage to be one of the most likable influencers? I don't know, but I appreciate that you think so. Would you upgrade your MacBook Pro for the new M1 Max? I would love to buy the new M1 Max, but I bought a spec'd out MacBook Pro back in 2020 and it is still doing everything that I expect it to do without any issues. So I can't really justify a purchase of another MacBook Pro. How do you feel at work? How do I feel when I'm sitting here? I gotta say good. Do you go freestyle or do you use a teleprompter while filming? I usually use the Notes app in my phone so that I write down a couple of bullet points and that usually looks like this. And then I have that placed slightly out of frame so that it looks something like this. So when I'm talking about a product or something similar, I just look there and then read whatever it is that I want to read. But mostly, I just have a couple of bullet points written down and then I freeball from there. How many hours do you spend shooting a time-lapse for one vlog? When I'm out shooting time-lapses or environmental shots, I try to gather as many as possible and I try to use no more than 1 or 2 in one vlog so that I always have a backup for a couple of vlogs to come. Do you miss the daily grind of bodybuilding? I'm gonna say yes and no. As I talked in yesterday's episode, I do think like the bodybuilding aspect is kind of a cool thing, but it's not something that I want to go back to, mainly because there's too much work and there's not anything healthy about doing that on that extreme level that I was. Where do you find all these ideas for everyday vlogging? Honestly, I just record what I do on a day-to-day basis, and that is the vlogs. I don't have any specific ideas when I wake up in the morning. Do you think that photography is dying? Absolutely not. I think that photography is great and it would always be around. I think that the trend right now, on the other hand, is videography on social medias, but photography will and is always going to be around. How can I make time for filmmaking with a really busy schedule? If you really want to do something, then you do your utmost to make time to be able to do that thing that you want to do. If you don't really want to do it, then you always find a way to push it to the side. Before being a YouTuber, did you have any videography background? No. After watching yesterday's vlog, what are your tips for filming vlogs when you have a wild child running around? Try to capture what you do together with your kid instead of trying to capture your kid and what they do. Because kids love it when you play with them, not when you try to record them when they are playing by themselves. How are you feeling now since you have the clotting issue all healed up? I'm feeling very good and I have made a couple of videos back that you can check out on the entire situation. How involved is your family in all of the content that you make? I'm gonna say that they're pretty involved. They always know what kind of videos that I do and what kind of videos that I record. And I never post anything that would feel weird or that would put my family in a bad spot online. How tall are you? I think in feet, I would say 6'2" or 6'1". I'm 185 centimeters. If you did more brand deals, could you buy a house quicker? No doubt. Thing is, I do not want to make brand deals for the sake of making brand deals. For me, ever since I started this channel, one of the main things that I've tried to stick with is to be true to what I actually do. And promoting a brand just for the sake of promoting a brand is something that I've done 2 times on my main channel, and every single time that I've posted those videos, I've had a bad gut feeling. That is not something that I want to have. So I'd rather stick with a couple of the brands that I really enjoy working with and that I can stand 100% behind. How do you gain weight? Because I struggle to gain weight with my muscle and my fast metabolism. If you're not gaining any weight when you're trying to do bodybuilding, then you're not eating enough calories. Simple as that. Eat more to every single meal that you have. What is your opinion on the direction of social media, as Instagram seems on the decline and Facebook is on the up? Social media is, in my opinion, a very dangerous thing when it comes to consuming content, because there's starting to become this never-ending stream of constant content. And as I talked in my previous video, sitting with TikTok can make you spend hours upon hours just swiping through different kind of videos. So I think that short form content is the new popular thing. And I think that photos is starting to fade away from Instagram. However, though, I think that social medias as a whole needs to find something new to be able to gain another audience than what they have right now. What is your father's name and his profession? His name is Per Lindgren, and he is a metal worker. Would be fun to know more about running the business of YouTube. I'm going to dive into this in a future course that I have, so you can pre-order that down below if you want to do that. But I will also make a dedicated video on my main channel covering this exact topic sometime in the future. What are you the most excited for right now? I'm going to say this vlog channel because I'm having a lot of fun making these vlogs. And also buying a house, because I would really want to get a house. We're going to finish up with a couple of rapid questions from Cody Warner. Weekly workout routine. If you watch my daily vlogs, then you probably see what kind of workouts that I do, but mainly push, pull, legs, repeat. Daily caloric intake. As of right now, I don't count my calories because I think it's unnecessary. As long as you know that you're getting enough protein, fat, and carbohydrates during your meals, then you should be good to go. If you want to eat a lot of food but don't want to eat too much calories, I highly recommend you to use potatoes as a base, because one potato is approximately 76 calories but a lot of carbohydrates. So you can eat as many potatoes as you want, and you're not going to have any issues with exceeding your calorie limit during the day. How many alcoholic drinks do you have per week? I have 2 glasses of whiskey on Friday and maybe 1 glass of whiskey on Saturday. Daily meditation or not? Not really for me. A video you dream of making one day. I would love to make some sort of sci-fi feature film. I have absolutely no idea if that's going to happen or when it's going to happen, but that would be pretty cool. When do your best ideas typically strike? I would say whenever I'm here at the office, mainly because I made this office to a creative space that reflects my persona. So whenever I'm here, I always get the best ideas, and as soon as I get them, I try to execute them, because if I wait too long, I kind of lose the motivation to make the video that I initially wanted to do. That is it for today's video. Have a good one.